Yeah, not a. You notice a couple of things. What they'll do is that when they're on one hash mark, they'll have trips away. If they're in the middle of the field, they'll be balanced 2 and 2. Now they have 3 to the top because they're on this hash mark as.
Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 from the 39. Vino looking to throw again, rolls left, decides to keep it and take off. Heading for the sideline, nice gain, and he picks up a first down.
Great job playing man-to-man coverage. You have to put somebody on the quarterback. Somebody's got to be mirroring that quarterback or spying on him. Usually it's a linebacker or you bring up a defensive back to do that. But you can't let Vino just run wild like that.
Tom Kelly finally chases him out of bounds, but not before another Sachem North first down. 1st and 10 from the 26.
His trips again to the wide side of the field and a single receiver to the top.
Vino hands off to Hall. Hall is met for no gain.
Seems to me that the strength of the Patchogue defense is their front. Big kids, tough to move. The secondary, I think, is going to be tested by Vino tonight.
That was Gabe Chancio on that stop for Pat Med after a pickup of a yard, 2nd and 9.
Now they're in the middle of the field. They've got 2 receivers to each side.
Here's Vino, surveys the field, dumps off short. He's got a completion, and he's got Lawrence Evans for a touchdown!
You know, we've been doing these games for few weeks right now, and I have to tell you, this is the most organized offense I've ever seen. Let's take a look at what happens. This is a cross shallow. This is a mesh, actually a mesh play, and nobody can pick that up. They're playing man-to-man. So they're running around and getting caught up in the middle, Patchogue, and that was a great drive by Sachem.
Joe Kelly was the closest man to him, but as you said, Nick, he was a good 15 yards away.
That whole shallow and mesh concept, they run this offense really well. I'm impressed.
Extra point by Zach DeMilt is good, and Sachem North is up 7-0.
Just like that. Very impressive drive. Quarterback cool in the pocket. They don't even have a pocket. They just they get it there, and he releases that ball quickly. He needed a little more time on that shallow pattern to Dalton Lawrence Evans.
You know, it's funny, Nick. It looked like that play that got called back before it could start, their first play, it looked like they were going to repeat that play, and instead they threw to the sideline that big gainer for 29 yards, and that set them off on the right direction.
I think the worst thing to do against a spread team that can throw the ball like this is to play them in man-to-man. I think I would be playing like 4 deep, make them throw it underneath, and let's rally to the guy who catches it. If you're in man-to-man, you're going to have people wide open down the sidelines, down the midfield, whatever. If you're locked in man-to-man, that's a tough thing to do. Game against Floyd, if I remember correctly.
Here's the kick. It's deep. It's going to be taken by Joaquim. Couple moves to the outside. On the tackle that time, Tom Volpe, as well as John Baptiste.
Great job coverage-wise. They flattened that runner out, and then other people came to the ball.
So Pat Med will go on offense for the first time. We didn't mention their quarterback yet. Number 2, Kieran Hughes.
Yeah, Kieran's 6'2", 170. He can throw the football. He had a few completions against Floyd, and they moved the ball well early in the game.
Kelly on first down. Has the carry and has a gain of about 6 on that.
Yeah, Joe Kelly is a senior, 5'10", 195. He's not only a running back, he plays linebacker for them as well.
Second and 5 from the 24. Here's Hughes throwing right side. He's got a completion, and he has Marcia Joaquin for a first down.
Gotta love them throwing the ball like this, both teams.
Nice throw on the run that time by Hughes.
Yep.
First and 10 from the 33 for Pat Med. They trail 7-0. Here's Kelly on the run again, looking for some tough yards inside, and he's not able to find much.
Sachem has a lot of young defensive and offensive linemen, so they'll learn the game this year, and they're going to be something to stop next year. But I was always impressed with the way that Patchogue moved the ball at times against Floyd.
Second and 9. Hughes to throw. Through the hands of Marcia Joaquin.
Very tough. Very tough. He's moving around. He's moving around. He doesn't have his feet set.
Kind of a tough call. Do you think he should have caught that one, Nick?
It was up in the air. It was a tough catch.
Throwing again on third. Again looking for Marcia Joaquin. It's off his hands, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth down. Let's see what Sachem has on the return team. Back there should be number 1, who's Shane Riley. Sachem teams are always well drilled in special teams.
It'll be Jean-Baptiste to punt to Riley. Gets off a nice kick. Riley takes it straight, and he's tackled by Joe Kelly after a short return.
Okay, here comes that offense again. Let's see what Patchogue does.
They'll have really good field position to start, Nick.
Absolutely. They're going to throw the ball. That's what they do. They run a lot of counter plays as well. When they run the counter, they pick up their guard and their tackle and bring them across to lead the play.
First and 10 from the 44. For Sachem North, they lead 7-0 over Pat Med. Here's Hall up the middle, looking for tough yards.
Yeah,
he can't get much. It's Itzelbacher in there on the stop.
Yeah, Itzelbacher played a great game against Floyd. He had a number of catches. He was on the field all night, if I remember. Plays coming in from the sideline. That's Greg Laurie sending it in.
Tyler Hall picked up 2 on that last carry. So 2nd and 8. Now from the 45. Vino out of the gun.
Great job. Little curl pattern inside. They run a fade on the outside, a long one, and on the inside, number 1, Shane Riley just curled it up and made the catch. They have good receivers, good skill position kids.
First and 10 from the 43. Vino looking to air it out again. Deep over the middle. Nice defense that time. It's Forgione who breaks it up.
Yeah, Forgione's a good defensive back. Went up in the air, got it. I think they went big there, thinking they had a mismatch, but a great play by Forgione. The referee crew tonight, the referee is Joe Grady. The umpire is Kevin Chilton. The head linesman is Stephen Chilton. There's a relationship there. There's the line judge is Patrick Mooney, and the back judge is John Perguin.
We had a call on that last play. Didn't see exactly what it was. Going to back up Sachem North. 1st and 20 from the 45. Vino looks right, throws right, looking for Riley, overthrows him.
Yeah, looking for Riley. This time the outside receiver ran the curl, and the inside receiver ran what they call a shoot right up the middle. Let's take a look here. Choke. Yeah, Tom Kelly, 6 foot 225, tight end linebacker, and yet there's play action. Throwing the ball up on the outside to the right. Great catch. Leaves his feet to make the catch. Good job.
2nd and 7. Here's Kelly. This time he's got room up the middle, and he's got a gain of about 5 out close to first down yardage.
Yeah, Patchogue moves the ball. If you remember in that Floyd game that we saw them in, they moved the ball pretty well in the first quarter of that game. Floyd just had some big plays and was clearly a more physical team. Had them running laterally and get another person to the ball, another person to the ball. Once you get people to flatten out, you can play team defense.
Tom Volpe, linebackers in there on the play. So again, Pat Med will have to kick it away. On that last play, it's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 from the 45. Under 2 minutes to go in the opening quarter. Here's Vino. He airs it out for Riley. What a catch by Riley!
What a great catch. Great concentration. Gets up in the air. Let's watch this catch. It's worth watching a second time. Good pattern runner. Changes his speed, gets between people, and goes up and gets the ball. That's the difference between the great receivers and people that are mediocre. The good one.
1st and 10 from the 20. Vino. That time he was looking for James Reed and he couldn't find him.
Sometimes you try to get in that end zone, just catch the ball. Come back for it if you have to.
Yeah, Vino had to throw on the run. He didn't have enough gas to get it there to Reed.
Yeah, I thought Vino was going to run on that. I thought, they had people on receivers. It's just a numbers game. This whole spread offense is just the numbers game.
2nd and 10. Here's Hall. Nice cut inside. He's in the clear. And Hall is inside the 5 with a 1st and goal. Let's take a look.
Great run. Great one. A couple of missed tackles early in there.
Here's Hall. He's into the end zone for the score. That looked easy.
There he is.
See those 2 plays back to back, a long one and then a short one to punch it in. It's DeMilt for the extra point. Kick is up. It's good. Sachem North up 14-0.
Let me tell you this special
expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
The Sachem North High School in Lake Ronkonkoma. Sachem North up 14-0 over Patchogue-Medford. Mike Trezza, Nick Schroeder on hand to bring you all the action for T&D Sports Video Production. Game of the Week brought to you by Orlin and Cohen.
That was a great kick, by the way. Yeah, he would have been better off not returning it and hoping that. There's Tom Combs, Section 11. He's actually the executive director of Section 11. Tom was a great football coach at Harbor Fields, and he's a Patchogue former AD, so he's here tonight, I'm sure, to see them.
So Patchogue-Medford will have an uphill climb here. They'll start from their 7-yard line with a 1st and 10. Hughes takes the snap. This time it's Cottard. Cottard on the far side, battling for yards, and he gets a nice gain.
He gets a gain of about 7 yards, it looked like to me.
Oh, check that. It's Kelly on the carry.
Here we go. Let's watch that. They've got their running game going now.
1st and 10. Hughes looking to air it out, looking near side. He's looking for
Marcia Joaquim.
Marcia Joaquim. I still can't say that name. But in either case, he overthrew him.
His first name is Justin, by the way.
I'll just call him Marcia Joaquim. That's enough of a mouthful, Nick. You want me to say Justin, too?
Score now 14-0.
That's the end of the first quarter. We'll step away and be the sports video. High school game of the week. Oh, so we had a penalty on Patchogue-Medford, and we couldn't end the quarter on a penalty, so we're going to have an untimed down right here. 1st and 20 for Patchogue-Medford. Got a whistle before that play gets underway. Now we'll step away and be back with more action right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sachem North High School here in Lake Ronkonkoma. Sachem North leads Patchogue-Medford 14-0. Patchogue-Medford with the ball. Coming out of a penalty, they'll start with a 1st and 20. Hughes to throw. He's looking deep. Whoa, what a catch! Beautiful catch by Forgione once again.
Forgione is a good receiver. Down the field, he's got some speed to him. They're playing zone defense. He outruns a person in the zone. Great throw, great catch.
Forgione, not a big kid at 5'11" and $180, but he outjumped the other kid, Nick.
Yeah, he did. I couldn't understand what happened before at the end of the and throw it, and I think they have to be a little more diversified in what they're doing. Sachem is a fast in the defense. So that's the difference between the two teams. But it seems to me like Sachem has a little more talent, a little more talent in the skill positions. But great plays by Patchogue, quarterback, who put that ball out there to that was who, Isselbacher again, or no?
Forgione.
Forgione again. Forgione's a tough kid. Here we go.
So Pat Med in the white uniforms, red numbers will move from left to right here in the second quarter. They trailed 14-0 here against Sachem North. Hughes, a completion over the middle. Isselbacher breaks a tackle. He's got a first down and more, and finally just grabbed by the ankle.
Isselbacher and Forgione are making plays down the field. Quarterback's getting him the ball. The difference is he's getting it to him right away. He's getting him the ball quick. When you hang around back there and you get that quarterback dancing around, then defensive people can get to you.
1st and 10 from the 44. Forgione is wide open. He gets the reception, and he's out close to another first down.
Good job by Patchogue-Medford. They get a score here, they're going to be right back in this ball game.
We've got the quarterback down, though. Hughes has been playing a really nice game, Nick.
Yeah, Hughes is a really good kid.
We're going to step away. We'll find out what's going on with him, and we'll be back with more action right after this.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown!
What did we tell you?
They're after him, and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! We're back, and you can see Kieran Hughes, the Patchogue-Medford quarterback, hobbling off the field. He's upset that he's hurt. Let's see if we can see, Nick, what happened to him.
He's semi-roll. He looks like he just twisted his ankle or his...
It looked like James Reed, number 11, that got to him.
Forgione coming out on this side.
They're going to try Kelly at quarterback. Kelly out of the Wildcat takes it himself, bowls over a tackler, and picks up about 5.
Yeah, Joe Kelly normally is a running back, and they have him back there right now rather than bring in the sophomore. Kelly's 5'10", 195. He'll be difficult to bring down.
Forgione in motion. Forgione gets the sweep, and Forgione is out close to the first down.
Nice job. Forgione went in motion from his wide receiver spot, came in, took it. Offensive line came off, reach blocked. Decent job by Patchogue.
Back to live action. Pat Med keeps it on the ground, and I believe they have enough for a first down.
That was Joe Kelly again on the carry.
Nope, did not get enough for the first down, and they're going to call it 4th and 1 now from the 27-yard line. Kelly under center is going to try the quarterback sneak. He's still driving. The second effort might have gotten him there, but I don't think so.
No, I don't think so. And you know what it was? It's the first time he goes under center. He's not really a quarterback. He gets under center. Okay, first time they did it the whole game. I thought he was going to take the ball from his tailback position, from the quarterback position, the Wildcat, and just run behind people.
So very unfortunate turn of events for Pat Med. They were finally starting to move the ball nicely, Nick, and then their quarterback got hurt. Kieran Hughes, you saw him hobbling around on the sideline, throwing his helmet around, so he was both hurt and upset. And now Sachem North takes over on offense.
Anthony Vino calling the signals.
1st and 10, they hand off, and loss on that play for Tyler Hall.
Tyler Hall's a workhorse. Looks like he's in the weight room quite a bit, too.
Hall loses a yard on that play, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 11 from the 24. Just under 9 minutes to go before halftime. From here at Sachem North, Mike Trezor, Nick Schroeder. We've got whistles and flags before that play gets underway. False start on Sachem North. As Nick mentioned at the outset, Joe Grady is our lead official.
Trips to the wide side.
Vino looking right, now looking left. They're after him. Gets away towards the sideline, and now they're going to dump him.
Good coverage by Patchogue. I almost think that you have to assign somebody to the Sachem quarterback, because if everybody's not open, he's going to run with the ball. And it looked like this last play, that's exactly what happened.
Not really a runner, according to his coach, more of a conventional pocket passer. 3rd and 15 from the 21. Vino gets it out there to Riley. First down.
Riley, what a catch. Goes up in the air to grab it. He caught it. You got to love when receivers get up in the air to catch the ball. Up in the air, go and pull it down. It's like pulling down a rebound in basketball.
1st and 10 from the 50 for Sachem North. Handoff to Dalton Lawrence. Nice gain on that play. We've got a flag down on the play.
See what Joe Grady has to say.
Looks like he's calling it on Patchogue.
Oh, yeah, he's calling a face mask.
Say it ain't so, Joe. It's so.
It's so.
So that would get tacked on to the end of that run. The end of that catch, I should say.
That was a great catch. And he's made a couple of those today. They have some excellent wide receivers.
First and 10 from the 34. Here's Tyler Hall. No, it goes the other way, and it goes for a touchdown. Riley. No, actually, it is Eden. Well, I called 3 different guys on that touchdown, Nick. I'm not going to put that one in my scrapbook.
Play action. Nobody near them. They're trying to play some zone, but great throw. I'm really this kid is going to be some quarterback. He already is.
Kick is good. North up 21-0.
6:55 left in the half. And North is showing you why they run the spread. I'll tell you, this is a well-coached passing game. And they have a lot of young kids still on this field. You're going to see some of the youngsters later if this game continues this way.
And what impresses me about their offense to this point, Nick, a lot of teams have a good running back, but their passing game's not so great. They seem to have good balance, a quarterback that's calm in the pocket. He can really throw the ball. Some receivers that are quick, that are athletic, and a running back that can really get the running game on the ground going.
See, and the thing is with this offense, it's not really a drop-back game. They're already drop-back. He's going to take maybe one step and get the ball out there. So to say that it's drop-back, yeah, he'll wind up where a drop-back quarterback is, but he's starting from there. So he's getting the ball in the air. He has confidence in his receivers. They're going up to get the ball. He's got a great running back. This is a really good offense.
Welcome inside our booth here at Sachem North High School in Ronkonkoma. Mike Trezor on hand to bring you all the action, along with Nick Schroeder. Sachem North up 21-0 over Pat Med. 6:55 left before halftime.
Good kicking game. 20. Zachary DeMilt again.
Handled by Marcia Joaquim. It's got a nice return out across the 30.
Joaquim is a team player. He plays everywhere. We've said his name a number of times tonight, and the last time we saw them against Floyd, he played a really good football game. By the way, Floyd is playing Ward Melville tomorrow. That's number 1 against number 2. And I think Ward Melville is the only team, if they throw the ball and control the offense, they could give Floyd a run. But I think Floyd is more physical, has a little more balance, and it's going to be a heck of a game.
Hughes is back in there at quarterback for Pat Med. No, actually, it's still Kelly. Kelly running out of the Wildcat. He takes it right side and picks up 7.
Kelly's a big kid. He doesn't look that big. Watch him. He's a big, strong kid. Goes through tackles.
Nice hole opened up for him. Ayari, one of those blockers out in front, so it's going to bring up his 2nd and 3. Here's Forgione. Forgione picks up a first down for Pat Med.
Pat Med's moved the ball.
I think they're just trying to hang on until halftime, Nick, to figure out what they're going to do, whether they're going to put the backup quarterback in there or just run Wildcat the rest of the game, or see if they can get Hughes fixed up enough and get him back in this game.
I don't think Hughes is coming back.
Here's Kelly, hands off to Coutard. Coutard, not much gain at all on that carry.
Coutard we covered in the pregame. He hasn't touched the ball that much tonight.
That was his first carry, and he didn't get much out of it. 2nd and 10 for Pat Med. We are down to 5:20. Kelly, straight up the gut. Nice gain that time for Kelly.
So far, they're moving the ball pretty well with Kelly in there. It's like having a fullback, a quarterback.
Chris Lombardo makes the stop for Sachem North. 3rd and short. Third and 2 from the 47. Coutard. They've got him before he can get back to the line. Nice stop that time. It's Tom Volpe with some help from James Reed.
Great job defensively. Watch those defensive linemen. If they're winning the game, those linebackers are going to be making tackles.
4th down. Pat Med will go for it. Here's Kelly looking to bang his way, and he's going to be stopped short.
Sachem North ball. Now, I think right now they might strike right away.
Luis Jaquez was in on that tackle. One of the only two-way guys up front for Sachem North.
Yeah, Sachem North is famous. Back in the day when it was just Sachem, they would have 80 players on the sideline, not counting the 11 that are on the field. And it was just an amazing thing to play them during those years. Fred Fusaro was the head coach, and he had a lot of great people.
We've got a timeout called by Sachem North. We're going to step away, and we'll be back with more action right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Prep school, they didn't lose, and they always wanted to come back here. So now
we've got upcoming games coming up the next couple of weeks. Shoreham Wading River taking on Mount Sinai. I think Nick will have that game for you guys by himself next Friday.
I don't
Friday
know.
After that.
I don't know about that.
The Friday after that, we've got Smithtown West against Bellport. Nick and I will have that game.
Well, I'll be at Smithtown because that's my school. So Smithtown West versus Bellport, that'll be a great football game.
And don't forget, plenty of playoff action coming your way in early November. The handoff this time is to Singleton. Singleton's off to the races. Singleton's at the 20, the 10. Singleton is in.
Let's see that play again if we can. Let's watch Singleton. A little bit of short motion, give him the ball. Look at those linemen downfield. He breaks 2 tackles and goes the distance.
Singleton, just a sophomore, but according to his coach, he's going to be a special player. He's going to have the D1 guys looking at him, Nick.
Yeah, that was a great run and very strong runner. Broke 2 tackles along the way. The
Extra
sophomore.
point is good. There you see Singleton on your screen. Boy, what a run by him.
There's their athletic trainer, great guy.
Sachem North up 28-0 over Pat-Med. 3:40 left in the second quarter. From here at Sachem North, Mike Trezor, Nick Schroeder on hand to bring you all the action for T&D Sports Video Productions. Game of the Week brought to you by Orlin Cohen.
I think that sophomore Singleton will be as good as any back they've had here in the last 4 or 5 years, and he's a sophomore right now. And I've yet to see him catch a pass, but let's take a look.
This exclusive broadcast is presented by Orlin Cohen Sports Medicine. Over 15 locations in Suffolk and Nassau. If you've got a sports injury, they've got a specialist for that.
Special thanks to my good friend James Pacey, who works for Orlin Cohen. He's a orthopedic surgeon, works out of Smithtown and Huntington, and good friend. His father was the head coach at Huntington High School for years, and he's a really, really good person and a great doctor.
Sachem North sideline is fired up. You see the cheerleaders there in front of you. They're fired up.
This
crowd's fired up. Beautiful night for football, too, here in Lake Ronkonkoma.
And this is a great place to play football, to watch football, to participate in all the activities. They do a great job. Gary Butel, the athletic director, does a great job.
Marcia Joachim on the return. Gets some good yardage across the 30 before he's pounced on.
Marcia Joaquin goes right into the piles. He just runs hard.
Previously, we had seen him trying to make some moves back there. This time, as you mentioned, Nick, he decided to take it straight into the teeth.
Yeah, you've got to do it. You've got to get through through the fire to get the smoke. You know, you've got to get into that fire. You can't dance. Great returners are always running forward.
So Patchogue-Medford. There you see their crowd on the far sideline. A little bit on the cold side and not a lot to cheer about. 1st and 10. Here's Joe Kelly. Kelly looking to cut, and he ends up picking up about 4.
The problem now with Patchogue, if they get in long yardage situations, is that they almost have to run it with Kelly back there. It seems to me that the loss of their quarterback, their first quarterback, has really hurt them, because now they're truly one-dimensional at this point.
We've got an injury on the field. We'll see what's happening with that, and we'll step away and be back with more action right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs. in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown!
What did we tell you?
They're after him and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Back to live action. Kelly tried to pass, his arm was hit, and he's picked off. Picked off by Tyler Hall.
That ball was tipped by somebody up front. Let's take a look at that. A little play action. Gets his hands on the ball.
It was Nick Mione, the outside linebacker, who got his hands on Hall and caused that interception. And it was Hall with the interception. Sachem North back on the offense at the 37 of Pat Med. Vino has been a cool customer back there. He hands off to Hall, and Hall
just took a
knocked
shot
down. Big hit that time.
That was Gabe Ciancio. Great play. Great play. Beat the man in front of him, got in the backfield, flattened out.
He's had a couple nice hits, and he hit Hall like a ton of bricks on that play. Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12.
Anthony Vino calling the signals.
Vino with the little shovel pass right in front of him. Play goes to Singleton, and Singleton that time couldn't shake free.
Singleton's in there. He's going to get a lot of carries right now, I believe. 28-0 with 2:05 left in the half. Singleton's in there again.
Vino looking to throw. Chased out of the pocket, and he's sacked. It is Joe Kelly as well as John Baptiste that's in there on the sack.
See, here's the difference between a quarterback at the next level, at the college level, and even at the pro level. Watch what happens. You're in trouble. You know it. Throw it out of bounds. Get it out of bounds. Don't take a 15-yard loss. You know, and I'm sure that they're going to talk to him about that.
And it was one guy coming behind him, but the other guy was coming right in front of him, Nick.
Right, exactly. Throw it away. Throw it away. That's one thing. If you watch the NFL or good college teams that throw, they'll throw it away. You live to play another down.
Just the junior is Vino, so he'll learn how to do that. But he's done a really, really good job of running this offense.
Oh, he
here.
sure has.
We've got a timeout by Sachem North. We're going to step away and be back with more right after this.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Back to live action on the 4th and 20. Sachem North will punt it for the first time. They'll try to down it
Great
inside
job.
the 1, but I think the players' momentum might have carried him into the end zone.
No, I don't think so. They're going to put it right there.
Wow.
Unless this guy talks the other official out of it.
Let's take a closer look at this, Nick. I thought his momentum carried him in.
Let's see. Nope. That's where the ball is.
I don't know.
No, he could touch it from out of bounds. The ball just can't go out of there. You can touch it from the end zone as long as the ball didn't go in the end zone.
Either way, not great news for Pat Med. They trailed 28-0. They've got 38 seconds. At this point, do you just come in and kneel on the ball and try to regroup at halftime?
I think so. But I don't know if that's their mentality. They're tough kids. They may want to run a play.
38 seconds left in the half.
Kelly's back there again.
Here's Kelly. Looking for room, looking for yards. And I think he will just... Do they have to run another play here?
They have 13 seconds. I think the clock stopped. No, they're going in.
So that's going to do it for the first half. Our score after one half of play, Sachem North 28, Patchogue-Medford nothing. We're back with some halftime coverage. Right after this, you're watching the T&D Sports Video, Orlin Cohen, Friday Night Lights, Game of the Week.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown!
What did we tell you?
They're after him, and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please join us in a salute to our service men and women, past and present, for all they do. Thank you.
know.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sachem North High School here in Lake Ronkonkoma. Halftime. We've got a terrific ceremony going on the field, Nick.
Yeah.
To honor the military. As you mentioned at the outset, a lot of the Sachem alums that are military vets are here in attendance.
They are, and most of those people out there are Sachem folks. If you could see a couple of numbers out there, a couple of kids, that's probably their grandfather or their uncle. You know, this is something, a very nice thing to do every year about this time. So to honor our vets is always a great thing.
In the first quarter, it was Vino to Riley with a long pass play to get Sachem North on the board.
Yes, and they also played defense. They played defense that they haven't given up any points yet, and people fail to see that. They also have a decent defense going out there, and they played a lot of kids both ways, more than I thought. They're I'm impressed with Logan Riley, who plays for Sachem as a wide receiver. He went up and made a couple of great catches by Shane Riley, and Anthony Vino, to me, is going to be a highly recruited quarterback. He's not that big right now, but I'll tell you what, if he gets another year under his belt, he's a junior right now. I have to tell you, Mike, I think right now he's given us the best performance of a quarterback all year long that we've seen.
Of course, the next two touchdowns for Sachem were both on the ground. It was Tyler Hall with the 6-yard touchdown run, and then Hall again a little bit later on in the half. And their offense, as we alluded to during the first half, Nick, looked very complete, looked multi-dimensional.
And they know what they're doing. They get into the right formations. They understand if they're on one hash mark, we're going to have trips away from side, and they do it. They just do it automatically. They know what they're lining up in. They look over to their coach. They get their play and they run it. And that's perfect spread offense right now. And I'm very, very impressed. I like the offense. They lot of yardage on the play.
Just to get back to Vino for a second, though,
Yeah.
Nick, you mentioned it. He looks very, very cool, very composed back there. He's looking around different parts of the field, surveying the field before he lets go with that ball. I guess that's the confidence that comes from knowing that, number one, you've got a good offensive line, you've got a little time back there. But number two, knowing that you have multiple skill players that can run good patterns and get open for you.
I was talking to Greg Laurie earlier in the week, and he said we really don't go to like one receiver. We will throw to the first person who's open, and that's basically what they do. So they don't come out saying, okay, we're going to go to Johnny, okay? We're going to come out and we're going to go to whoever is going to be open first, and that's pretty much what they do. And I think what happens sometimes is people who they play against think they should play a man-to-man, and that's exactly what they want. As you saw, Vino came out of the pocket one time. Everyone was playing man-to-man. He picked up a 25-yard gain and got him a first down.
And for Patchogue-Medford, Nick, we talked about it. What a shame it was that they were starting to move the ball well. Listen, I'm not saying they would have been leading this game, but this game would have been a lot closer than 28-0 had their quarterback, Kieran Hughes, not gotten hurt at the beginning of the second quarter. They ended up running the Wildcat for most of the second quarter. I'm going to be very interested to see if they put in a different quarterback, they move another kid from a skill position to quarterback, or whether they come out and stay with the Wildcat for the balance of the game.
I don't know what they're going to do, but the next quarterback in is a sophomore, and I don't know how much time he's had in games prior to this year?
I'd imagine not a lot. So we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and set up the second half right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown!
What did we tell you?
They're after him, and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better, faster.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown!
What did we tell you?
They're after him, and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Welcome back, everyone, to Sachem North High School in Lake Ronkonkoma. Mike Trezon hand along with Nick Schroeder. And Nick, you've got the standings in front of you in Suffolk County Division I. Let's talk about it.
Okay, let's talk about William Floyd up in front with a 5-0 record. Longwood and Ward Melville are a virtual tie for second, with Longwood having a couple more power points. But Ward Melville plays Floyd tomorrow, and that should be a heck of a game. Sachem North is right in the package, and if they wind up holding this lead tonight, they'll be 4-2. Whitman is not as good as they were last year, but still on the playoff, still there for a playoff berth, possibly. Comac High School lost 30 players last year. Joe Riggio is the coach there, and they're 3-2 with only a couple of kids left from last year.
Let me stop you. Right now, we saw William Floyd. That team right now is a steamroller. But out of Longwood and Ward Melville, you think Ward Melville right now is the better of those two teams?
I believe that Ward Melville lost to Longwood early in the season. Okay, Ward Melville is not as physical a defense as the other two are, Floyd and Longwood. But I think that Ward Melville can throw the ball and give Floyd fits.
Correct.
Okay, and because they haven't faced anybody that throws it. They've always had good games. Ward Melville's always been the bridesmaid for the last couple of years. As you go down to Division II, you see a real battle going on. You have Bellport, Lindenhurst, where you're from, and Northport, all tied for first place. And right behind them are West Islip, Smithtown West, Connecticut, North Babylon, all at 3-2, and they have yet to play each other, although West did lose to North Babylon.
Now, let me stop you for 1 minute.
Yeah.
Out of those three teams that are all 4-1 at the top of D2, which do you think is the best? I've seen the Bulldogs this year. I'm looking forward to seeing Bellport, and I've not seen Northport.
Personally, I think Lindenhurst has been there before and can get there again. They'll have a tough road. They're going to play a couple of tough games yet. But I think if I had to pick somebody, I'd say that Bellport and Lindenhurst are the two that'll battle for it. So with Northport being a close second. And it could wind up in a tie up there. There's an exact amount of power points, 126 to 126 for Lindenhurst and Northport. But watch teams here because things can change very quickly. A loss to a team that has a bad record could knock somebody down a couple of spots. And that's what happens. If you lose a game to a team that's not as good as you, okay, not as good a record as you will fall in the standings.
We're going to come back in just a minute. We'll finish this up, and we'll also set up the second half right after this. You're watching the Orlin Cohen High School Football Game of the Week, brought to you by T&D Sports Video Productions.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown! What did we tell you?
They're after him, and they sack him. And that hands off. Leskowitz, touchdown. Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa. It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford. Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Experience. Trusted. Proven. Excellence. Over 20 years of professional sports video production. The industry standard. T&D Sports Video Production. Whether it's a single game, a whole season, or a college recruitment video, T&D Sports is your one-stop video solution. T&D Sports Video Productions. All sports, all levels, all the time.
Welcome back, everyone, to Sachem North High School here in Lake Ronkonkoma. Mike Trezzo along with Nick Schroeder. And before we get back to looking at the standings, Nick, I have to make a point I'm not happy to make. we see the ambulance right to our right. Hopefully they're not here for Kieran Hughes, who got shaken up in that second quarter. That's the Patchogue-Medford quarterback, but I have a feeling they might be taking him somewhere for a look.
Yeah, that would be a shame because they still have some football games left, and he's their leader. He's been there all year at quarterback, and now they've virtually become one-dimensional here as they move a running back there to take over. But as far, there's a big game tonight, okay? Half Hollow Hills West at 5-0. This is in Division III, is playing West Hampton, both undefeated, okay? I personally think that Half Hollow Hills West is a better team, but they're playing it at West Hampton, so it'll be interesting. A great story is Harborfields, who has had their troubles in the last couple of years, and now they're at 4-1. A loss by some of the people up above will put them in good playoff position. East Islip is at 3-2, and the rest of the league is kind of like hanging in there.
So let me stop you for a second.
Yeah.
Out of Hills West and West Hampton, can either of those teams take on Sayville and win that game?
Hills West has a quarterback named Filardi, who's an outstanding kid. He can throw the ball, and that's Sayville's best offense also. They throw the ball, so that'd be a heck of a game. It might take about 4 hours to play it, but it's going to be a good football game when those two play each other. Both 5-0. West Hampton, they're still good. I never get to see them too much, but that league is still pretty close with a three-way tie for first place right now. And then, of course, we saw Kings Park last year at 4-1. There they are in second place, and they've got a couple of games left, I believe, with Babylon and Miller Place, and that will end their season. They're definitely a playoff team, and they'll see I think they'll see Bayport Blue Point again in the finals.
But in this one, our Friday night lights game of the week, it is Sachem North over Patchogue-Medford, 28-0. As we get ready to start the second half, Mike Trez on hand along with Nick Schroeder to bring you all the action. As we mentioned at the outset, absolutely perfect night for football here in Central Suffolk.
Absolutely gorgeous. We had that first week was a little bit of rain, a little bit of wind through the booth, and now we're here on a beautiful night, and it's great. You see some of the kids that are in the pep band down here. The cheerleaders put on a show. They're here. Football is more than just the players on the field. I've said that a number of times. Football brings everybody together that's in the school, and they all feel a part of it. Sachem has always had great parental support. They have great youth organizations here, and they're able to have two high schools be fully equipped for football. And they also have 3 middle schools, and they play football at that level as well. So football's a big sport here. It's an honor to be a part of a Sachem team, and they're carrying on that tradition well here tonight.
Zach DeMilt to kick off to start the second half. Low line drive kick is scooped up by Isselbacker. Isselbacker out across the 30 before he's tackled. Actually, it's Forgione on the return.
C.J. Forgione, 5'11", 180, wide receiver, and obviously the return man on that kickoff.
So Patchogue-Medford has their work cut out for them, down by 4 scores. Just underway here, third quarter.
Let's see who comes in at quarterback.
We didn't mention him in the first half, but their backup is Brody Sorensen. He is a sophomore, 5'10", $150.
I think they have Kelly back there again.
It's actually Isselbacker at quarterback. He hands off to Kelly. Kelly had a nice game
Nice.
before he was upended by Matt Harlan.
So, Mike, who's at quarterback?
Isselbacher.
Wow. Great run. Great run.
Matt Harlan, as I mentioned, makes that stop. 1st and 10, Pat Med. Here's Guitard. Guitard almost got away, but he was grabbed by the shirt by James Reed.
Let's check some of those numbers for Sachem and see if they're starters. Because I know Dave Caputo will try to play as many kids as he possibly can.
Gain of 6 on that play, 2nd and 4. Isselbacher's going to throw. Going deep for Marcia Joaquin, but can't find him.
But here's the thing, Mike. They sent one receiver out, so they were going to him no matter what. So that meant that every defensive back, when they go in there and the ball's thrown, they have nobody else in their zones, so they're trying to protect their quarterback as best they can.
You know this much better than I do, Nick. Sometimes you just have to improvise. Put a kid from another skilled position at quarterback and see what he can do. Here's Isselbacher. He's looking for Marcia Joaquin again, and again it's incomplete.
You know, the first time we saw Isselbacher this year, he was kind of an all-around kind of kid. He was playing defense. He was carrying the ball. He went out to wide receiver, caught some passes, and here he is at quarterback.
So quickly, 4th down comes up. It's going to be Jean-Baptiste to kick it away. Reed back to return.
And that's Riley, isn't it? Woof.
Yeah, it is Riley who
Yeah.
catches it and is quickly pounced on.
I think you want to give the fair catch sign and let the ball go past you. Take a shot on it going in the end zone. You're winning there by 28 points, so you get it at the 20. Now you have it where? The 10?
Good kick by Jean-Baptiste. And you're
Again.
right. Riley might have done well to just let that one go past him.
Yeah, without a doubt. Without a doubt. You don't want to catch balls inside the 10-yard line. Let it go. Take your shots. At least that's that high school-wise. The pros, you see them making plays. They run it back 90 yards. But you don't want to play in bad field position.
1st and 10 from the 12. Handoff is up the middle for Singleton. Singleton picks up 3 or 4.
So they have some different people in the game. I like Shane Riley. Shane Riley goes up for the ball.
Vino's still in there. He's got Singleton behind him. Handoff Singleton. They sniff it out quickly, and he's stopped for a loss.
So Singleton's getting most of the carries now. Lucas Singleton, sophomore, running back. He's also a defensive back. He'll probably get some time on defense too.
Lost a yard on that play. 3rd and 7. Vino looking around, directing traffic. Still has it. Now finally gets rid of it on the near sideline, and they get a 1st down out of it.
Looked like Pat Mahomes there. I thought he was going to flip it underneath. Good job. He knew somebody was going to get open. They were playing some man coverage underneath. He just waited for somebody to get open and threw the ball.
That somebody was James Reed, who made that catch. Two-way player. Heart and soul of the team, according to his coach. And we've got another Patchogue player, slow to get up, but he looks okay.
Coming back onto the field.
First and 10, Sachem North from the 25. They lead 28-0 over Pat Met. 9:19 left to go in the third quarter.
Here we go. Ball on the far hash, trips away from it, and a single receiver to the top. You throw to the side. There he is.
Vino got a completion over the middle to Lawrence Evans. Still on his feet, out of bounds near the 40.
Evans caught one before that was a shallow. And let's take a look at this play. Again, he's running a delay route. Cleared the area out. Great job. Great job.
Oh, I think that one's coming back. We've got an
Yeah.
elite, ineligible receiver downfield.
Probably a lineman.
Ineligible player downfield, I should have said. According to Joe Grady, so that play went for naught.
But it's still first down. So they get a 5-yard penalty.
First and 15. Singleton, they've got him trapped, and they throw him back.
Nice job by Patchogue-Medford. They blitzed one of their linebackers on the outside. Nobody picked him up, and it freed up another player, and they make that play.
See, that worked earlier in the game for Singleton. After he got the ball, he went far back into his own backfield, Nick. That play that he scored on, he did just that, but he wasn't going to fool them again. Second and 19. Vino looking near side, and he's picked.
Picked by Cameron Sylvester.
Nice play that time by Sylvester.
Patchogue gets the ball in pretty good field position at the 36-yard line. Isselbacker's the quarterback, I guess, for the second half.
Hands off to Cotard. Cotard trying to break tackles, and instead he's brought down by John Baptiste. Gain of 4, second and 6. Here's Cotard. Cotard trying to shake and bake, but he only gets about 2 yards out of it. And we've got a flag coming in late.
Somebody on Sachem.
Seems like that's for some extracurricular activity.
Oh, it's on Patchogue.
got an ejection too, Nick. Let's see if we can see what happened on that play. It's 55. Ryan Sievers. Oh, there he throws a punch. My goodness.
That's it for him.
And the flag comes in right away, and the ejection comes in.
You notice the discipline of the Sachem players, though. They ran away from that confrontation. They know that if they punch back, they'll get thrown out too. So, not good.
2nd and 20 for Patchogue. Here's Qatar. Qatar's got some nice moves inside, and he picks up about 6 or 7 on that carry.
Yeah, and Isselbacher at quarterback is doing a great job. He's controlling the offense.
Now here comes Kelly back in for Qatar. Third and 14. From the 40. 6:35 left in the third.
Kelly in the backfield with Isselbacher.
Isselbacher looking to throw. Puts it over the middle and is picked off. Back the other way is Sachem. Down the sideline. At the 30. And finally knocked out of bounds at about the 23-yard line.
Shane Riley with the interception. Great job. Again, these kids at Sachem, they go up for the ball. They don't wait for the ball to come down. There's the throw. Up in the air to catch the ball. They go up and get it. When you go up to get it, you're going to come down with it many times. I really like Shane Riley. He's only a junior. Great defensive back, good receiver.
1st and 10 now from the 27. Singleton has it. No gain on the play.
Singleton's going to get a lot of carries at this point in the game. 5:53 left in the third quarter.
Lost 3 on that carry.
This is going to be the first varsity game played by Braden Tappan. He's number 26. He just came into the game. He's a wide receiver, and this is his first varsity football game.
Let's see if they look for him. Vino. They smother him and they sack him.
There's something to be said for incomplete passes and throwing the ball out of bounds. And it's something that you can't teach until they become older. Throw it away. Throw it away. Live to have another play. Don't get sacked.
And this is where the defense knows you have to throw because it is 3rd and 20. Earlier in the game when they were in the same exact situation, Vino got picked off. Let's see what happens here. Vino looking left sideline, and he's got a completion for a first down. Flag comes in late.
Andrew Eaton, the wide receiver. Again, watch them go up for the football. Their receivers don't catch balls with their feet on the ground. They're going up to get it. That's why they're winning these 50-50 balls. Here we go. They're taught to go up for that football. There he goes, up in the air, pulls it in.
That penalty looks like it's going on Sachem North, though. Looks like Joe Grady's ready to signal offensive pass interference, and he is. OPI on Eaton.
Well, I thought it was a good catch. I thought he went up and got it. Sorry, Joe.
And one more look at it, Nick. You be the judge. Did he push off?
I don't think so. I don't think so. It was
3rd and 36. Vino is hit hard. Wow, how did he hold on to that ball? I thought he was going to lose that ball. He took a big hit. Take a look at this. I couldn't get the number of that player, but whoever it was ran him over like a truck.
that number's not there. It's not on our sheet.
But Zach DeMilt is on our sheet, and he will kick it away. They put a little heat on him, but he gets it away easily. It's scooped up just inside the 30. Nice return. It's Forgione. Forgione's at the 10. One man to beat. Touchdown, Forgione.
Forgione, we highlighted him before the game, and he scores their first touchdown. Uh-oh. We have a flag again.
That is going to be a shame if that wipes that out.
Let's see what the call is. Here we go. The missed tackle. Don't reach with your hands. A lot of hands.
Well, it was the penalty, Nick. I didn't see it.
Did he give a signal?
While we're waiting for Joe Grady to tell us what's going on, can we get one more look at that play? I want to see if we can see that where that.
Yeah, the penalty was. Probably called a hold somewhere up in here. Well, no signal.
I mean, the player to the extreme right of our screen might have hit the guy in the back,
Maybe.
but I didn't see anything to me that would have constituted holding on that play. But in either case, Pat Med is going to go on the offense, and it's Coutard on the carry, and he doesn't get much. Approaching the 3-minute to go mark in the third quarter.
I think Sachem's going to play a lot of players at this point. 28-0 game.
2nd and 12 after Coutard lost 2. Isselbacker drops the snap. He picks it up, and he has nowhere to go, and he loses even more yardage. Pat Med's in a very tough spot here.
2nd down and 12.
Well, it's going to bring up 3rd and about 15.
You're right. 3rd and 20.
That doesn't look like 20 to me, but
Oh, it's 15.
Isselbacker throws it over the head of Forgione. And that's going to bring up 4th down.
It is a shame that Hughes got hurt because he was throwing the ball well. He was getting it to people, and I hope he's okay.
And obviously, Coach Morangi feels the sophomore Sorensen's not ready yet. So Jean-Baptiste is going to boot it away. Kick is handled by Eaton, and Eaton is brought down quickly.
Let's see who Sachem sends out to the field. .158 left in the third quarter. There's Gary Morangi,
Former Buffalo Bill.
Boston College Eagle, Elmont High School, All County.
As the band favors us with a little Lady Gaga. One of your favorites, I know, Nick.
Actually, I like Lady Gaga. She's all right. She's a good singer. You know that?
It's very good in that movie with Bradley Cooper, by the way. The remake of the old Star is Born. What was it? Was that Star is Born? Jamie would know. What do you think, Jamie? Did you see that one? Back to live action here. It's Tyler Hall back in the backfield. The ball carrier on that play.
Really difficult for Patchogue to play with people at quarterback that never played quarterback. And
That is tough. Down to a minute and a half to go in the third. 2nd and 13. Vino. What a catch by Riley. The defender went up to knock it away. Riley, good concentration on the ball and came down with it.
They catch the ball with their hands. They go up and get it. That's not a natural thing. That's taught because they all do it. Every one of their receivers goes up with two hands, gets the ball, tucks it away when they make the catch.
Great throw by Vino. Really good catch by Riley. 1st and 10 from the 37. Here's Vino again. They've got him, and they sack him. This time, it's Ayari on the sack. Ayari's played a good game for the Patchogue Day.
They've got some big kids, Patchogue. 75. He's not even on our chart. Oh, yes, he is. Gabe Ciancio, 260 pounds.
But 5'8" and 260. That is a fire plug. 2nd and 16. Vino looking for Riley again. He just overthrows him. Had his man beat.
Yeah, he had him beat. That was the first one that was just overthrown. Let's take a look at it again. Puts it out there where you can get it. Just a little overthrown.
Coach called Riley a matchup problem. He's been a problem for Patchogue's D here this evening. 3rd and 16. Vino bombing away again. That pass is deflected and broken up. Good coverage that time. It's Sylvester again.
Sylvester's made a couple of good plays back there. I don't remember him from our first contest that we did with Patchogue-Medford against Floyd.
Sylvester will be tweeting after this. 4th and 16.
Good punt.
Beautiful punt. It hit a Patchogue player. Oh. And Sachem North just couldn't recover. That Patchogue player didn't realize it hit him right on the leg. I believe that was Prince Dillon. Let's take a look.
Oh. Good effort.
Throws end zone. Fountain. Touchdown! What did we tell you? They're after him, and they sack him. And that hands off. Leskowitz, touchdown.
Lanto looking to throw.
Touchdown, Massapequa. It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford. Sullivan. He's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
Tough kids.
Start of the 4th quarter here in Sachem. Mike Trezor, Nick Schroeder on hand. Sachem North up big over Pat Med. Pat Med has the ball. Got a running play to the right side. Not enough for a first, though. It's Kelly on the run.
Kelly looks a lot more comfortable at a running back position than he was at the quarterback spot, but he did do a decent job keeping it together when their quarterback Hughes went out.
3rd and 2.
Now, who jumps there? Both teams.
But who gets the flag is the question.
It looks like it's going against Patchogue.
No,
No, it's not. It's
Sachem
not.
North. And that'll give Pat Med a first down.
I think that was Matthew Harlan on the tackle.
Harlan's been in on a few stops this evening, I should say. Gain of a yard on that play, 2nd and 9. Isselbacker keeps.
Somebody. Nate Gessel in the game for Sachem, number 53. Made a great play to get the running back to bounce it a little bit. And then the rest of the Sachem defense arrived.
Isselbacker picked up a hard 2. 3rd and long. This time it's Cotard. Looking for room inside. Doesn't find any. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Here's the punt team. Shane Riley is back deep.
John Baptiste, who's done a nice job punting the ball, will get another crack at it. High kick this time. Bounces around right around midfield and finally comes to a stop at the 48.
Here we go. There's a lot of people coming into the game who have not played before.
The band now going into their rendition of Another One Bites the Dust. Nice shot of that fired up trumpet player.
Looks like we're going to get some backups coming into the game right now.
First and 10, Sachem, from the 50, I should say. They're up 28-0.
Vino stays at quarterback.
Just a junior, as we mentioned, so looking to get some on-the-job experience or some more.
That was Michael Gershanowitz.
No, it's Hall. Hall's back in there. He was out for a little while, but now he's back in there at running back. Here's Hall. There we go. There's a couple moves. Hall scores.
Hall with about a 40-yard run.
Outran a few defensive backs at the end of that play.
Hall's a real hard-running back. He's got good speed. And the thing with him, he's just as good on defense as he is as a running back.
DeMilt for the extra point. He's 5 for 5. And Sachem North leads by 35. We'll step away and be back with more right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown! What did we tell you? They're after him and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Delanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
Welcome back up into our booth, everyone. Mike Trez and Nick Schroeder on hand. Sachem North all over Pat Med in this game, 35-0. Nick, it is time to select the player of the game. Who is your player of the game?
Well, my player of the game would be Tyler Hall.
Tyler Hall, we spotlighted him in the opening. He just had another TD, went out for a little while, came back in, had some big plays.
Made an interception earlier.
On D. That is now his third touchdown on the ground. So, Tyler Hall, our MVP.
Really, the Sachem had a very disciplined team. They are well coached, and they're going to cause some problems in the playoffs.
Short kick is scooped up. Couple nice moves out across the 30. It was Qatar on the return, and he got out close to the 35.
Here come some different players in the game now for Sachem.
got some excitement on the sideline here. One of the military folks is throwing stuff up into the stands. What is that she's throwing up into the stands? Looks like pairs of socks. Could you get that excited over a pair of socks?
No, I don't know what it is. Is it socks?
Could be a special military issue pair of socks.
I hope it's socks. And not military underwear. That would be not good.
.802 left in the fourth quarter. Pat Med back on the offense. Guitard. Still back to work there. Still trying to get it done on the ground. And still running hard for a small guy.
We've got Dan Fusey in the game for Sachem, number 70. A lot of players are coming in now, particularly underclassmen.
Gary Morangi, on the other hand, has no choice but to stay with his starters. Down 35-0. He's got a wide receiver in there at quarterback. And I feel for Isselbacker. He's doing a good job. He's doing the best job he can. Throws back across the field and has a completion and has a first down. It's Alex Hoffman.
That's right, Alex Hoffman. He played a lot last game that we had.
I think he plays a lot more on D. I've seen him at linebacker throughout the day and throughout the last game we had him.
He's actually listed as a tight end, and they do play a tight end.
Handoff this time. Nice running up the middle. This time it's Andrade. We haven't seen him carry the ball, but he did on that play. Jesse Andrade just coming back from injury, and that time he gets the carry.
Sachem scrambling to get people in the game.
First down from the 40. Here's Andrade again. Andrade down the left sideline at the 10. In for the score. Jesse Andrade.
Great one. I'm really glad it wasn't a shutout. Good run. Good run. Up front, guys did a good job opening the hole up. And Andrade just bounced a little bit to the outside and ran the distance.
Makes you wonder where he's been all game, Nick.
And they get the extra point, too.
Extra point is good. With 6 minutes and
35-7.
It's Sachem North, 35. Patchogue-Medford.
6 for 35 left in the game. Let's see what Sachem sends out offensively. I'll tell you what, I would take my quarterback out now at this point.
So 35-7. Here in the middle of the fourth quarter from here at Sachem North High School in Ronkonkoma. Mike Trezza, Nick Schroeder on hand.
You know, you wonder what Patchogue-Medford would have done if they had their quarterback the whole second half. He really was knocked out of the game in the second quarter, and it's been difficult. But you have to give credit to the kids who stepped in and played there. They're playing out of position, but they're playing hard, and they did a good job. That was a nice little drive, and I'm glad they were able to put it in.
Now, is that the halftime, Nick, where you go into the locker room and you say to the kids, has anybody here ever played quarterback before? And the kid who raises his hand and says he played it in Pee Wee ball at 8 years old, you say, all right, you're in there.
Well, I think if you're a good athlete And somewhere in the Patchogue program, whether it be in junior high or the JV, probably there are 4 or 5 kids who've played quarterback along the way. So, but it's a little different in a varsity football game than it is when you're playing against 7th and 8th graders.
And what's also interesting is last time we talked to Coach Morangi before the game his team played against Floyd, he talked about Andrade. He said he was just coming back from injury.
Yeah.
And that was several weeks ago. So now Andrade obviously is healthy. And it's curious why they didn't go to him a little earlier in the game.
Don't know, but they certainly needed him because they took their best running back and played him at quarterback for the second part of the first half.
Kickoff goes out of bounds. So
you have a
Sachem
choice.
North will get the ball in great field position.
Yeah, you probably get it at the 40, I think.
Or 35 in high school, I believe it is.
Yeah,
No,
it must
no,
be
you're
30.
correct. No, I'm correct. 35.
It used to be that you'd have a choice. You could have them kick it again if you wanted them to.
First and 10 from the 35. 6:35 left in the game.
Michael Howard in the game now for Sachem. Offensive lineman.
Singleton with the carry.
Singleton.
Looking for room left side. Picks up 2 or 3.
Singleton is going to be their big-time back next year.
Got to give a shout out to our crew, Nick, who are doing a great job tonight. Always do a great job. Tom Bruno, Jamie Burkhart, Dave Stempel. I don't even know who's on the other camera. I forgot to ask, but I guess we'll find that out.
Nice job.
Up the middle goes Singleton, stopped by Kelly.
You know what I haven't seen them run that I wish they would have is their counter play. I don't think he'll run it with this group right now.
Third and 1. Singleton picks up the first down. Boy, what a luxury to have a back like Hall and then have a backup like Singleton waiting in the wings, Nick.
That's correct. He's a sophomore, and they said that when he was in middle school, he'd score like every other play.
Yeah, Coach Caputo was really high on him. He feels he's going to be a D1 recruit, which would be great to see. Here we go.
There was the counter.
It's Berrios for the touchdown. First touch by him, and he's in for the score.
Let's take a look.
I feel like the Jet announcer, Berrios for the touchdown.
I'd like to see that one again. Here we go. Counter play.
D obviously not expecting Berrios to carry on that play. But he does for a score.
Great
and
job.
Sachem North is up 41-7. DeMilt. Kick is good, 42-7.
42-7 with 4:25 left in the game.
Coach Caputo didn't even mention Berrios to us.
He's got a lot of kids here that are very young kids. Don't forget they have a JV that has a large numbers as well. So there are 9th and 10th graders on that team. There'll be some of those people who will be coming up next year. I think next year, just looking at this team, they will be one of the better teams in Division I. They have enough coming back, and they're giving people a lot of playing time, and they're just well coached. They did a great job here tonight, and against the team. But I wonder if the Patchogue quarterback Kieran Hughes, he'd been in the game the whole way. Maybe it would have been a little different.
As you mentioned to you, we've got exciting action coming to you the next couple weeks. Ward Melville, Smithtown West against Bellport. I'm really looking forward to that one, Nick. And then we've got playoff action in early November. So we're going to be with you throughout the remainder of the regular season as well as the first couple weeks of the playoffs. So we're really looking forward to it. Our sponsor at Orlin Cohen have done a great job hopping on board and allowing us to bring you this action.
Yeah, I'm excited about who's going to be in the playoffs. I think there'll be a number of Friday night games, and those will probably be the ones that we would do. But as you get to the finals and you get to determine who's going to go to the Long Island Championships, those games are played at Hofstra and at Stony Brook. So that's what you want to get to, the LIC, the Long Island Championship. That's what the playoffs are all about. Win the county, move on to the Long Island Championships. And that's a goal that every football player probably in Suffolk County has.
And it's so great to have those games at both of those venues you just mentioned, Nick. They're both great venues, and they're places where you can basically bring the whole town with you and really make a party out of it.
Basically, that's what it is. I mean, we've had crowds since the Long Island Championships. They started in '92, and they've gone. We've missed 1 year because of COVID, but since 1992, we have always sent the best teams there. Some great football players we've seen that went on to play at the college level, have played in the Long Island Championship games. The best of Nassau against the best of Suffolk in 4 different divisions.
And I've been to those games that Lindy's been involved in both Stony Brook and at Hofstra, and they're both great venues. The game they played, Lindy against Oceanside back in 2017, was a terrific game.
Great
and I have
game.
to tell you, I got to give the Oceanside folks a lot of credit. They brought the whole town with them, and that's a long trip from Oceanside all the way up to Stony Brook.
Yeah, we usually play the games at Stony Brook on Fridays because it's on Saturdays because it's easier to get out from Nassau County to get there. So when that game, if you're playing in Nassau County on a Friday night, it's a little bit rough. So we alternate. Divisions 1 and 4 will play at one place, and Divisions 2 and 3 will play at the other.
1st and 10 from the 16. Runners along the left sideline. Now play getting a little chippy after the whistle.
I want to give a shout out to a guy who's the football chairman in Suffolk County, Timmy Moran, the West Islip athletic director. He has done a terrific job, as have many of the other people who were chairmen along the way. We talked about Tom Combs before, the head of Section 11. He was a chairman of football as well in Suffolk County. So those folks have really put together some great programs for us, and it's a goal of every kid to get to the Long Island Championship.
Here's Andrade.
Not
and
bad.
as you mentioned, it's a thing that really brings the whole town together.
Yep. like when we first started, Bill Piner was the coordinator in Nassau County, and he was from Cold Spring Harbor, and before that at Sewanaka. He coached Vinny Testaverde there. And I was the chairman for Suffolk. And when we went to the state meeting, they were bragging about that they got 10,000 people at the Carrier Dome for the upstate. And we told them we got 10,000 in the 4 games that they had, and we had 10,000 at each game we had the first year.
Here's Andrade. Andrade's had some nice carries, including that one there where he showed a couple nice moves.
I don't remember him playing in the first game.
He didn't.
Mike? No.
He was out.
Oh. There he is.
Got a timeout, Patchogue. We're going to step away, and we'll be back with more right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Delanto throws end zone, Fountain, touchdown! What did we tell you? They're after him and they sack him. And that hands off, Leskowitz, touchdown! Lanto looking to throw. Touchdown, Massapequa! It's Nugent. Hughes throwing end zone. Touchdown, Patchogue-Medford! Sullivan, he's picked off at the 20. Touchdown!
Here he goes.
Pat Med. Here's Andrade. Andrade is grabbed by the shirt by Dan Fucci.
Yeah, Dan's been in the game for a few plays already. Great play. You don't want to be grabbing people, though. You want to try to get there and make a hit, but he did get there and make the play.
Third and 4 from the 35. Andrade bowling over people for the first down. Andrade's a powerful runner.
Yeah, he's a senior, 5'9", 168. He's a wide receiver by trade, but I guess in this kind of situation, they put him in the backfield.
Looks like he might have gotten shaken up on that play.
I know. Alex Hoffman's in there, too. I remember him from the first game. He carried the ball quite a few times. Actually, he's moving over to tight end.
Down under a minute to go. First and 10 for Patchogue. They'll kneel on it.
I just want to go.
They'll take one more snap. They'll take a knee, and that'll do it. Final score, Sachem North 42, Patchogue-Medford 7.
There they go. You know, what people don't realize is that these coaches coach against each other year in and year out, win it, and to win this ball game. So they'll see each other, they'll maintain professional relationship. Here comes Gary Morangi, great guy. There's Dave Caputo. There's all of the assistants out there. And I can't tell you what a great job that the Sachem staff has done. And when you're the head coach, when you can hand it over to people that really know what they're doing at each position and on each side of the ball, it just makes it better for you as a head coach. And that's what a lot of head coaches don't do. They try to take over the whole Megillah, and it's very hard. You can't coach by yourself anymore. You have to have a staff that's willing to work hard with you and for the kids.
We're going to step away quickly and be back to wrap it up right after this.
Jump shot, leave your knee shot? We've got specialists for that. Face down after that face off? We've got specialists for that. Half pipe, leave you full of pain? We've got specialists for that. Orlin Cohen's top orthopedic team has specialized expertise and extensive training from the nation's premier programs in sports medicine, knee, shoulder, hip, spine, hand, foot, and ankle, so you can feel better faster.
Is Tyler North.
There you see the final score on your screen. Sachem North 42, Patchogue-Medford 7. We've had a great time bringing you this game. Shout out to our crew. Our director, producer is Tom Bruno. Our technical director is Jamie Burkhart. Our cameraman, Dave Stempel. Tom DeMarinis. Good to have Tom back on the crew. For everybody here at T&D Sports Video Productions, for our Friday Night Lights Game of the Week, including my partner Nick Schroeder, this is Mike Trezor thanking you for watching. We will see you next week on the Orlin Cohen T&D Sports Video Production Game of the Week.